Not every person in the troubled teen industry will be able to relate to everything I've gone on about in this video. Rather, this is a collective of disturbing experiences brought together. Is your teen struggling with mental health issues, behavioral issues, substance abuse, SH? Maybe they're just having trouble making friends and need more confidence. Consider sending them to the rustic oasis of Utah, where we will hike 10 miles a day and camp with bears, rattlesnakes, scorpions. We cater to a large variety of mental health problems and disabilities. Seriously though, this is how a lot of troubled teen industry places are marketed, and it's sad. The troubled teen industry is more or less a therapeutic wilderness boarding school, which, you know, wouldn't be that bad. I understand the idea of, like, you know, when you're roughing it, you realize how good you may or may not have at home. However, the way that these places go about it is so far away from the truth. It is so therapeutic to have these children wake up in the middle of the night and they don't even have any clothes on, and they barely even let them get a shirt on before they leave the house with guards and take them on a plane to who knows where, only to be placed out in the wilderness with techs who can potentially SA you or traumatize you, and you can't tell your parents because you can only write them one letter a week and they look over the letters. There are some places in the troubled teen industry that are reputable and people come out with a positive experience, while others have allegations of abuse, neglect, and unethical practices in certain facilities. Paris Hilton is a celebrity who actually went through the troubled teen industry and spoke about her experiences. Hashtag breakingcodesilence is a survivor-led campaign that encourages people who have endured abuse in the troubled teen industry to speak out about their experiences. Descriptions include strip searches, physical abuse, conversion therapy, medical neglect that leads to death, and a lack of basic things like food and water. Today we will be shedding light on allegations from teens who have survived this. The troubled teen industry describes a system of unregulated residential youth treatment facilities that operate primarily in the United States. It is a multi-billion-dollar industry that are famous for numerous abuse charges. The sad thing is, parents are manipulated into believing that this is what their child needs, and when they're inside it, that this is helping them. A lot of people talk about how they were forced to smile. You have to smile so they can send a picture to your parents. The program often accepts people from ranging ages 12 to 19. It's not incredibly uncommon for children to stay in there for 2 years, where you are more or less living off the land, hiking these strenuous distances with a backpack that weighs 80% of what you do. You're underfed. You can only drink water that will make you sick. People talk about how they were made to be stripped completely naked. You were treated like an animal. You had to sing your ABCs while you used the bathroom, if you were allowed to use the bathroom on your own. However, it is not uncommon for people to describe staff abusing their power. They talk about how a program like this produces and reinforces abusive power trip behavior. People recall being sat on, chased by staff members, and the deaths that come along with this are not unnoticed. You can see how some of these deaths were caused by restraints, but a lot of them were from unaliving. There was one boy who was dealing with medical issues. His body was rejecting all of this physical work. He needed medical attention. He was malnutritioned. His body was shutting down. He had little to nothing to eat. He wasn't drinking water, and the staff accused him of attention seeking, and he was faking it. They would laugh at him. They had somebody come out with an ambulance to take a look at him, and only to say that he was faking it because they were given the heads up about that before they arrived. Finally, one of the owners comes around around to take him and put him in a different facility that would acclimate him better to this wilderness lifestyle. Sadly, when he was put in the back of the van, the tech went out to have a conversation with the people who were there. Just have a little chit chat, and by the time he got back, that child was dead. Other people who made it out talk about how they were coughing up blood, they had medical issues, and the staff didn't do anything. Some people were lucky enough to be sent to the doctor just a few hours before they could have died. People with disabilities such as autism spectrum disorder were made fun of for the way that they acted. A lot of the punishment was directly because they were neurodivergent or, LGBT, POC. One person was accused of being a pedophile because they were LGBT, and that is something that they still carry with them. LGBT members are told that they're going to hell if they don't convert, and until they convert, they will still be out here. People describe it like a cult, and the sad thing is parents spend so much money to send their kids here. People describe having parents pay $300 to $800 a day, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to have their children be abused and not even fed enough. The girls were not given as much food as the boys because they don't need it. I talk so generally about this because every single place is different. I'm sure if you have been in this situation, you're like, not all of these things have happened to me. People describe dissociating, being beaten into submission. Maybe if they followed every single thing these people said to do, they would get out. But wait, why didn't you just run away? I mean, if it was so abusive and all of these actual traumatizing things, just run away. These facilities are designed and built to be so far away from people that you cannot get back. That doesn't stop people from trying though. And if you're caught, you will be made an example in front of everyone. People describe being anxious, stressed, lonely, hopeless, and trapped. A lot of these people never had a chance to tell their friends where they're going. It's not a surprise that mental health industries are just not quite there in every single aspect, with state hospitals and such. But it doesn't take away from how tragic and sad it is that people go to these situations because they need help. And in these teens' case, they didn't ask for it. They're literally forced. Like, I'm so sorry to put you in this mindset, but it's like, imagine you can't even put underwear on and these people are trying to take you out of your bed and you say, no, mom, I'm not doing this right now, and they don't care. They take you in a van. If you have been in the troubled teen industry, I see you, survivor. I am so sorry for the pain that you have endured during your journey. I cannot even fathom the pain that you had to endure. It takes immense strength and perseverance to survive these traumatic experiences. And you did. Your resilience in this face of adversity is truly remarkable. Your story matters and your voice deserves to be heard. You are not defined by your past, even though it might follow you like ghosts and demons. And you are not alone. There are countless reforming teen industries that have survivors just like you. Maybe if we work together, we can ensure that nobody has to go through that same pain again. Although it's a lifelong journey because things like this are still going on today. So anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me in today's video. It is just such a disturbing reality that I think we need to talk about more and more and more. Shoving it under the rug will enable it to continue happening. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to click the thumbs up, subscribe button, comment below, and thank you to all of my members. I appreciate the support, and to everyone, stay strong, have a good day, night, whatever the case may be, and peace out.